All right. This is another video. Make sure it's not too much light. This is another video. Just want to talk about. This video will be talking about the many benefits of fruits and vegetables. So I mean, that's gonna, hopefully that's not gonna take me too long. I mean, I could this video could probably be an hour long, and we talked about all the different kinds of serious and key benefits of a lot of fruits and vegetables. Of course, right off the bat, the cleansing effects of fruits and vegetables and detoxifying effects of fruits and vegetables go so far in history. I mean, from the biblical days until biblical times, until now, even old age. Like I said, that's a whole other thing as far as if you believe in the Bible and all that. But I'm saying it's been fruits and vegetables. They're of Mother Earth. They're of Mother Nature, where they evolved into how people are using them to cure cancer, to cure diabetes, to detoxify your body if you want to rid your body of colds or fevers or any kind of illness. A lot of times it's been several studies and things with fruits and vegetables being involved, and fruits and vegetables being definitely said and proved to help out with these effects. Maybe not cure them completely, but a lot of even these drugs we have in the pharmaceutical industry, they're just treatments, they're not cures. So if anything, I mean, I would rather have a natural treatment all day, i.e. fruits and vegetables, to than to have a drug, that's going to cost me a lot of money. And fruits are definitely going to be your original fast food. To me it is, because I mean, like I said in another video, all you need to do is peel the banana, bite the apple or bite the peach. When we're talking about stuff that you have to cut is going to be your melons, your watermelon and your cantaloupe and things like that. But other than that, well, maybe your oranges too. You might need to take a knife and cut your oranges. But even your oranges, I mean, you just can sit there and just peel them really quick, and I mean, your oranges, you're good to go. You can peel them with your hands really quick. You don't necessarily need a knife for that. So depending on what kind of oranges it is, like I said, I like clementines, which are going to be more so your what they call cuties, or they're mandarin, most are mandarin oranges, where they're a lot easier to deal with as far as just opening really quick and popping them in your mouth. They have less seeds than the navel oranges and regular oranges. So a quick point with that is that one of the big benefits is that fruits and vegetables are very convenient. That's the number one benefit of it. It's the original fast food. Instead of going to McDonald's, go get you some bananas, or go get you a bag of apples. And that could be your, put it in your car. You be eating the bananas on your way to work, or you be eating the bananas or whatever fruit that you like. Blueberries or strawberries, something like that. A bag of whatever on your way to an appointment, or on a way to see someone. Maybe you want to consume. This person that might be having dinner or something, and they might be consuming non plant-based foods, and you just want to you want to show up and be cordial, and be considerate of them inviting you out, and maybe something they have for dinner just might be like a side dish, which is normally in meat and dairy dinners, which is going to be like your beans, or your mashed potatoes, or your greens or something like that. You can just eat those, depending on how they mix them and what they put them in. If they cook them in animal fat, or if they cook them in animal grease, something like that, and that'll be out your way already. That's not even an option. But no, it's just you can consume good foods before you get there, like the fruits and vegetables or whatever. Like I said, the quick banana or apples before you get to this dinner. This is an example of the benefits of it as far as convenience, and you'll be good to go. But another quick thing with that is that you don't have to fall. You don't really have to fall for just not eating, because you don't want to be. Here's another thing, dealing with just on a social aspect of the benefits of fruits and vegetables, along with convenience aspect of it. You can definitely go ahead and make your own dish. Make you a vegan dish. Of whatever you like. You can make you a salsa. You can make you a lasagna that might be, vegan lasagna, or like I said, a salsa dip. You maybe make you a salsa. Maybe make you a big salad. And of what you like, or the normal stuff that most people would like, you know, your cucumbers and your tomatoes and your lettuce and your greens, things like that. You know, chop them up, make you a really nice salad of this stuff that, you know, that you like, and maybe that normal people like I said, the tomatoes and the cucumbers, things like that. And then you want to add some things like carrots and onions and, you know, lettuce, and, you know, just make a big bowl of that. And then you make your own homemade dressing. You can put it in, you know, a big mason jar. You know, that can be a good way to keep it cool, and you know, that's a good way to store it, because plastics, you know, which is an extract of oil, rubber is extract of oil, plastic bags. I mean, that's why a lot of people say use paper instead of plastic. So, you know, definitely you can, you know, use glass for a lot of your things that you're storing. That's what well, let's say you can get some plastic containers that are BPA free, you know, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's another tangent, just a little quick tip on that. But, you know, take a few jars of your dressing or whatever, or your jar dressing, and, you know, that'll be for your salad. And if they want to consume, excuse me, I'm sorry, they want to consume their dressing with your salad, then that's fine. You know, that can be that's a way that's one of the benefits of fruits and vegetables being convenient. You know, or it could be a fruit salad, you know, where you can take this salad to the dinner or social event or whatever that you're invited to, and the way you can be convenient and make sure you fit in as a vegan and a plant-based eater, and where you don't feel left out, is that you can make your own dish. And like I said, that can be whenever you want. It just, the salad is just a good example. You know, it's another. I'll go. I have a website that I looked at. It had actually the top 10 benefits of fruit. First is going to be color and texture. Fruits and vegetables add color, texture, and appeal to your plate. Convenience, like we just talked about, fruits and veggies are nutritious in any form, whether it's fresh, frozen, canned, dried, 100% juice. They're already ready when you are ready. Fiber, you know, when you're making your juices, and when you're just consuming a lot of when you consume a lot of fiber, you're flushing out a lot of the toxins in your body. So, you know, the fruits and vegetables provide a lot of fiber. They help fill you up, and they keep your digestive system happy. You know, when we're talking about just flushing, you know, the fiber pushing the food down, because when you consume too much meat and dairy, you know, you have all this meat and dairy just sitting in your body, just waiting to be digested. Like, it's just, you know, boiling and bubbling, just it's just waiting to be digested. So you know, it has a lower digestive time. I mean, meat and dairy, you know, it definitely has a low. Fruits, and that's why I said consume your fruits first and consume your vegetables second, because fruits, they digest, and all fruits digest different too. I did a lot of research on that, but most fruits, they all digest pretty fast, you know, when they're going through your digestive, through your GI tract. So, you know, consume your fruits first when you're doing you know, maybe a fruits and salad meal, and then consume your vegetables afterwards. You know, your salads and things like that, because they have even more cleansing effects. You know, the fruits, they kind of, you know, they flush out the toxins and get the excess stuff, or excess toxins and waste out of your GI tract, you know, and they make sure the microvilli, the end of your small intestine, large intestine, are going to be mostly small intestine before it reaches your the final exit, you know, of your anus and everything as far as your GI tract. That's going to make sure that those microvilli in that particular organ is clear and free of you know, because these are like little penetrating nerves that are just, or, you know, like little sponges sitting in that organ, and if they're too clogged up with, you know, too much fat or too much salt or whatever, too much sodium, because, you know, too much sodium can also make you, and probably make you feel like you're fat, but you're not really fat. It's just the sodium intake is just, you know, something that, you know, when you consume too much sodium, that's going to make you hold more water, and that's the whole another, you know, tangent as far as the you know, the potassium sodium process, you know, that your body goes through, as far as, you know, excess sodium being not used, and you know, it just kind of it'll just fluff you up, and that's why you might, you know, you say you might consume sauces or foods too high in sodium, you might really feel fat, but you're not really fat. You know, you're just kind of bloated, or you know, you just have a lot of extra sodium in your diet, and you kind of need to get the sodium low, and your face won't, you know, it won't be, you know, all puffy, or you won't look puffy or feel fat. I mean, you're not really fat, you know. You just keep your sodium low, along with fat intake as well. But sodium is something too you don't want to, you know, do in a plant-based diet or any diet. But yes, you know, they're low in calories. Fruits and veggies are naturally low in calories. Yes. I mean, fruits are, you know, depending on what fruit you consume, they're going to be higher. They're going to be higher in calories, but they're more nutrient dense. So, you know, when I say nutrient dense, they have more of the nutrients you need in your body to consume versus being so high in calories. You know, the banana, it's only 100 calories per banana, but of course it has a whole lot of nutrients, and you know, we have a lot of magnesium, a lot of potassium. You know, highest thing of potassium. Fat free, of course, and I mean it's just a myriad of you know, benefits that just, I mean, we can sit here, you know, an example of a you know, of a banana. The same compound, there's a compound they use in the banana to put in Prozac, which you know, is actually part, they put in Prozac to kind of, you know, to get that drug going. And that same compound, you know, that's why when you eat a lot of, you know, some people, when they eat on a fruits and vegetables diet, you know, they'd be like happy all the time, energetic all the time. If you consume a lot of bananas, you're gonna definitely be, you might see that you're gonna be pretty happy, because that, you know, that source, that particular chemical that's in, or that particular natural chemical or source in the banana is like I said, that's the same source they're using Prozac to, you know, the psychological drug, I'm sorry, the depression drug they use to keep people, you know, out of depression or out of anxiety or out of stress. Why would you do all that when you can just eat the natural source, you know, which comes from bananas? So that's just a quick tangent on one of the benefits of bananas I mean, I'm sorry, fruits as far as bananas go. You know, low calories for most part. You know, it just depends on how much you consume. But you're consuming a low calorie diet. You know, you're consuming low calorie fruits, but you know, at a high calorie rate, because you want the high nutrients out of these fruits and vegetables. And the vegetables definitely are going to be lower in calories. That's why if you only consume vegetables, then you know, you won't feel too well. You know, you're going to feel really cleansed and detoxified, because the vegetables have all these anti-inflammatory and cleansing effects. But you need to have the glucose, you need to have the natural sugar to you know, to run all the cells and get the body going, and you know, to make sure that you're up and energetic and ready, you know, to do whatever you need to do, and not feeling so sloppy and tired all the time when you eat, you know, too much meat and dairy, and because it's just, you know, you feel sleepy as soon as you get through with a meal. So you know, that's with that, you know, may reduces risk of disease. You know, eating plenty of fruits and vegetables may help reduce the risk of many diseases, including heart disease, high blood pressure, and some cancers. We've already talked about that with the studies. You know, I've said in other videos, you know, where there's countless amount of studies where, you know, it's been proven that, you know, the heart disease is either, you know, it's either lowered, or it just completely leaves altogether, or the risk of it being there, or like your symptoms of the risk, it just completely vanishes from consuming a lot of fruits and vegetables. That's been plenty of studies on that. The high blood pressure. You know, a friend of mine, like I said, an example, he's still eating, you know, a little bit more, he's still eating a little bit of dairy and a little bit of, you know, fish here and there, but not really. He's mostly consumed, you know, just a little bit of dairy and mostly the fruits and vegetables and, you know, the plant-based diet, and his high blood pressure pills gone. He doesn't use them anymore. You know, you know, blood pressure is down to the optimal amount for his weight and for his age, which is, you know, his wife and family, they definitely are happy about that. So that's just a, you know, personal example I have of that. And as far as cancers, I mean, it's a guy on YouTube, you know, his name is Chris. I can't remember his last name, but he has a YouTube channel, you know, where he talks about how you know, the fruits and vegetables, you know, him juicing every day. He was on the brink of death. He had cancer. There's several stories. This is one I remember. He had cancer. He was on the brink of death, and him just doing the daily juicing habit. I mean, this just detoxified him and cleaned his body up so much. He was cured of cancer within a couple weeks, like within a couple weeks to a couple months, I think. He, you know, it was, but the benefits that he saw from how he felt was really, really quick and really like just out. It was just so surprising out of the blue for him. You know, as far as him doing that daily juicing habit of the green juices of cilantro and your you know, juicing the celery juice and the cucumber juice and the cilantro juice and the kale juice. I mean, it's Swiss chard and you know, cactus juice. They even use cactuses and artichokes and aloe vera. You know, aloe vera juice. Aloe vera is a very natural plant. You know, that a lot of people, you know, they've seen that you might, you know, do for your you know, for your cleansing of your body and things like that. Oh, I'm sorry, just run on your skin and things like that. So, you know, that's just another example. If you consume the aloe vera juice, that's even more beneficial. That's even going to be more cleansing to your body overall. Whether you use it on your skin, you know, use it on your or you know, wherever you use it on your body as far as cleansing yourself. But if you're consuming the juice, think about, you know, how that'll make you feel internally and how clean that'll make you feel overall. Versus, you know, even using it on your skin. I mean, you see how it makes you, feel so good when you're using lotions and things like that. So think about if you're consuming it. And another one is vitamins and minerals. Fruits and vegetables are very rich in vitamins and minerals that help you feel healthy and energized. That definitely is a big thing. You want to keep your minerals and vitamins intake very high, because if you're not having your, that's why, if you want to take a multivitamin, but if you don't want to consume a complete multivitamin, you don't want to, you got the, companies and stuff like that where you're kind of fishy about, you don't want to do that, then get it from the natural source. Eat your fruits and vegetables, most definitely your vegetables, by your juicing or your smoothies. If you don't feel like making salads or have time to make a salad, that's where you're getting, they're very nutrient dense, i.e. your minerals and your vitamins, the things that revitalize life overall in the long term. You know what I'm saying? You got your fruits and vegetables, but if you don't have the vitamins and minerals to enhance that effect that you get to your body and to keep the cleansing going in a more purifying way, then you don't have anything. I mean, you have to keep but if you're consuming them, then you're fine. But if you're just doing a little bit, 10 to 20% of your diet is fruits and vegetables, like the historical statistic right now is in the United States of America, less than 10 to 15% people consume. Less than 10% of most people's daily diet is going to be fruits and vegetables. You need to make that 60 to 80% or more. You can make it 90 to 95%. But if when you're starting to transition with this really quick, with the benefits on a tangent, just start off a little bit. Start off with one meal a day of your fruit, being fruits and vegetables. Like I said, have fruit for breakfast or have fruit for lunch. I bet you'll feel more better and more energetic than having bacon and eggs for breakfast or bacon and eggs for or a big salami sandwich or something like that for lunch. I mean, I know you will feel more energetic and ready, go cycling or go hiking or go out with your friends, or you won't be ready to go to sleep like I know the average person will feel when they get through eating a sandwich or something like that, with meats and things like that, and cheese and just high fats. You're consuming. The bread is already bad, especially if it's not a sprouted bread or something like that, something that's been naturally enhanced. Onion breads, your Ezekiel, like I was saying, he has a lot of different those. So if you're just consuming these breads that's been from natural flour, I mean, that's already high in fat right there. So when the flours in the stores, they have all these extra products and things you don't need for your body. So that's just quick on that. The vitamins and minerals are definitely rich. The coconuts, a lot of those electrolytes that are in coconut water are just so beneficial and so cleansing to the body. I try to consume coconuts, as much as I can. Coconut water, I'll try to get a few coconuts at the local Asian market I go to sometimes if I get a chance, and consume those and just get them in my body, because those are what you want. You want the vitamins and minerals. You have fruits and vegetables are available in almost any variety. There's always something new to try. I mean, like I said, I read a story about a guy, he did an experiment, did a study where if you ate one different type of fruit every single day for 100 years, you still would have not consumed every fruit in the world. That is amazing. Like that tells you that this plant-based diet is so, like, that's when we're going to talk about the selections and stuff. That'll be on another video, but it's just so many benefits and so many different ways of consuming this natural source of health and just in healing to the body. I mean, it's too easy to me to be like, why would I want to consume fruits and vegetables? What will it do to me? I've already read off of just a few, and I'm almost getting through with 10. But, it's thousands, millions of effects of these different millions and millions of different types of species of fruits and vegetables that are due to your body and have you feeling 100%, instead of how you feeling 50, 60% of the time, and you're not ready to do nothing. You're ready to go to sleep. You're not ready to do your job. You're not ready to run your business, or you're not ready to take care of your children, or you're not ready to prepare something you might need to prepare because you're too tired and lagging because you ate too much fat today, or you ate too many donuts today, you ate too many cookies today, you ate too much fast food this week, or most of the food you cooked was just so high in fat. You just got to take a nap every day. That's not a way that I would want to live. That's not a way that anybody should want to live. You shouldn't want to live with just feeling down all the time and not having a full outlook on life and joy and love on life, period. You want to make sure that you're feeling the best that you can, and I think fruits and vegetables and plant-based diet would definitely benefit you in that, and keep your body flowing. Another one, the variety. We have the quick natural snack. Fruits and veggies are nature's treat and easy to grab for a snack. I mean, we already talked about that. The fast food. Being you grab your bananas or grab your apples or grab your peaches or whatever, and quick, get it quick going on your way to work or your way to an appointment or whatever you need to do. And fruits and vegetables are nutritious and delicious. Of course, I mean, the body naturally, the body runs off glucose. Every cell, I was like, I don't want to consume too much sugar. I don't want to consume too much sugar. The body runs off of sugar. I mean, you run off of sugar and water. 65 to 70% water. Glucose, you need glucose for the body. That's why these low-carb diets and things like that, I don't know how you survive on a low-carb diet, because your energy is going to be low. You're not going to have enough energy. You're not going to, you're just not gonna you're not gonna feel how you would need to feel 100% if you were in the gym, lifting or cycling or running or playing with your children or gardening in your garden or any daily activity that you need to do. I don't think on a low carb diet you're gonna have that, because carbs are where the energy is, and fruits and vegetables is where the energy is. Fruits and vegetables is where the cleansing is, and that's plant-based diet is where it's at. Whether, like I said, if you wanna consume the starches, whether the rice, the potatoes, the beans, or just the raw fruits and vegetables. But the many benefits are just are numerous. That's just a definitely. And also, I'll go really quick and just fruit. Period. It's naturally low in fat, sodium. Rich in potassium. Every day, the potassium can lower your blood pressure. High in fiber. We already talked about that. Vitamin C, important for growth and repair of all the body tissues. Helps heal cut wounds. Keeps teeth and gums healthy. On this diet, you would think, oh yeah, I'm consuming too much sugar, I'm gonna have bad teeth. You need to keep your teeth clean and brush your teeth anyway. So it doesn't really matter what kind of diet you are anyway. So consuming too much sugar, that you think about consuming too much sugar, you're consuming natural fructose that is converted to glucose in your body to run all your trillions of cells, because all the body runs by glucose. So that's not the same thing. I mean, as far as the sugar in donuts and the sugar in cookies, it's not the same thing as natural sugar. So I don't people argue with me all of them there, but it's not the same thing. And also, the vitamin C I get my, whenever I feel a cold or feel a cough coming or sickness, I chug on the orange juice, because I'm getting it from the natural source. I don't have to go get the vitamin C pills, iron pills, and all that stuff. You get the vitamin. So I'm drinking the grapefruit juice. So if you want that, or the orange juice, the citrus, that citrus is where it's at. And like I said, fruit acid is not the same as chicken acid. So don't be telling me, fruit acid, when you consume it, you're feeling the same way, or it's gonna, it's not gonna be good for your system or whatever as chicken acid. When you're consuming all the chicken and beef and pork and all this stuff, it's not the same thing. You're gonna get definitely a nice cleanse from a nice little jar of orange juice or a jug of orange juice, and you're gonna, obviously my colds and things like that, they go away. If they're about to come, they're gone. I mean, because the vitamin C is cleaning out your body. I mean, it says right here, prepares body tissues. All the toxins and stuff like that is gone. Folic acid helps the body form red blood cells. Women, childbearing age, may become pregnant, should consume adequate folate. So, when you're going through pregnancy or things like that, you want to consume more of folate-forming, folic acid or folate-forming foods, which are going to be mostly in your fruits. To enhance your pregnancy, to be, reduce the risk of the natural tube effects, spina bifida, and these other congenital effects that you'll get from not consuming enough folic acid. But if you're getting it from the natural source, then you're getting it from the natural source, which is fruits. Then you'll be fine. So don't feel like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant, I can't be consuming too much sugar. You're consuming natural foods. So that's just not an argument. I don't know where people get that from, but really quick with the vegetables, the many benefits of vegetables in more detail. It has an overall variety, may reduce heart disease, heart attack, stroke. Rich in vegetables such as overall healthy diet may protect against certain types of cancers. I talked about that. Diets rich in containing fiber such as vegetables and fruits may reduce heart disease, obesity, type 2 diabetes. Eating fruits, vegetables rich in potassium overall. We've already talked about that. Potassium, folic acid. and it just, it reduces your calorie intake in a way, but it also uptakes more of your nutrient density as far as your nutrient intake, because you're consuming a lot of fresh and healthy foods, but you're increasing your mineralization, your vitamin intake. So that's what you want. You don't want so much of the calories from the bad foods, because you're not getting, those calories are they're not nutrient dense, because even when you eat cooked foods, that's why I kind of recommend more 50%, 60 to 80% raw food diet when you're doing a plant-based diet longer term, because the cooked foods, you're denaturing the proteins and things that are in rice and that are in beans and that are in potatoes and things like that. That's why I said if you do want to steam them, just make sure they're on low steam. I know it might take a while, but you're not going to be denaturing as many of the proteins and things that you need to do consume to your body, where it's just a dead food going in your body. It's like meats and dairy. The meat and dairy that you're consuming is dead once it goes in your body. I mean, it's when you cooked it so long and baked it and all that, with the bacon, you get all these acrylamides which cause cancer, and there's just so many different things. I mean, the meat, the toxins and the hormones, even natural farm fresh chicken and fish and all that gives off, it still give off hormones and things that are harmful to your body. Even farm fresh, even natural, even naturally cut and all that stuff. I mean, there's no excuse. It still gives off harmful because that cow it has 6, 7, 8 stomachs. And they're consuming their GI tracts is going through several different processes, chemical processes that are still in their body, even when they're consuming natural grass and other things that they can, the grass and soy and things like that they consume, especially the pigs. I mean, you see what pigs eat. You see what pigs eat, then when you consume a piece of a pig's body, your body is still going to have a piece of what they're consuming. You might not think about that, but think about what you're doing before you do it. I mean, that's just a everyday thing that people should know about. I mean, just common sense thing that I know everybody's been raised to learn about as far as that. So this video is getting kind of long. It's a little about 26 minutes. I want to make sure I end it. I want to do too long, 15, 20 minutes at the most for each video. So yeah, really quick on the vegetables. They're naturally low in fat, calories, low. They don't have any cholesterol. This is where you get your fats from, as far as the unsaturated fats, natural fats, avocados, nuts, and seeds. Very important of nutrients, including potassium, dietary fiber, folic acid. We already talked about that with the pregnancy. The vitamin A, vitamin C. The vitamin A is going to be good for your eyes and keeping your acuity of your eyes going very clear. The vitamin C is going to be it's going to keep you cleansed and feeling phlegm free as far as your chest and things like that. The fiber is going to keep your GI tract clean as far as pushing down the food and making sure you're getting it out of your body. Rich in potassium, keeps your blood pressure low. You got your, the vegetable source of potassium. The root vegetables would definitely be the sweet potatoes, the white beans, tomatoes, any kind of tomatoes. The beet greens, the soybeans, spinach, lentils, kidney beans. As far as if you want to do some cooked foods for a good source of potassium. If you don't want to eat bananas all day. You have the folic acid. Helps you form the red blood cells. The women, that are who become pregnant, they should consume adequate folate from foods, and in addition, synthetic folic acid reduces, like I said, it reduces the spina bifida. All these congenital effects that the child should get. I mean, your children, they should be consuming fruits and vegetables. I mean, that'll be another video, maybe another discussion, but I think overall everybody should be on this plant-based diet over long term, because and I mean, one quick thing before the video ends. It's probably going to end up being 30 minutes, but really quick, the vegetables in itself, the guy Chris, that cured his own cancer from having the daily juice habit. I mean, the detoxifying that you'll go through with the vegetables, as far as the Swiss chard and the kale and the spinach and the arugula, and these different types of leafy greens, it's just amazing. I mean, you go through crazy amount of detoxifying symptoms. I mean, that could be another video as far as the detoxifying symptoms that you would have. But it's really quick. I mean, you might see some you know, you might have some bad arms, or, you know, smelling, because what you eat is coming out of your lymphatic system. Your you know, the lymph nodes are up here. So when you might wake up in the morning, your arms are smelling, or, you know, if you know, sometimes, you know, if your body is going to reek, your skin is going to reek of what you're eating. That's why you have these breakouts, or you might have, you know, your breath stinking when you wake up in the morning. But if you have fruit on your breath, you know, comments tell you, or is your breath going to smell like it's going to smell bad, or is it going to smell good? I mean, you know, the meat and dairy is definitely not going to be, it's going to clog you up. I mean, overall, I mean, I would think, as far as the bloodstream goes, the lymphatic system, but the vegetables, they're cleansing out your lymphatic system. They're kicking out all the toxins. They're going through your bloodstream. They're keeping your blood flow smooth and clean. But just try juice fast. I mean, you can try juice fast, or, you know, try drinking a green juice every day, or try drinking a green smoothie every day for breakfast or for lunch, and you'll be able to see the detoxifying effects and clean effects that you'll be having. You should be seeing clear to light yellow urine. You shouldn't be seeing dark to dark yellow urine, because that means you're dehydrated. It means your kidneys are not flowing, i.e. drinking too many sodas, drinking too much caffeinated products, you know, with the coffees and, you know, certain types of teas and things like that. Definitely sodas and coffee. You got to get that out of your diet, for real. Get that out of your life. You know, so if your kidneys can't filter, they can't they can't filter the toxins through your kidneys to go out of your urinary system. Then you're gonna get clogged up, and that's how you get the kidney stones, because you have this blockage. You know, this block. You know, it just kind of turns into these calcifications of the and crystallizations of these kidney stones. So, you know, that's a big benefit of the vegetables. It's cleansing your body. The fruits, you know, doing the kind of the initial cleanse. So I have to eat those first. They digest really quick, so they're doing the initial walk through, and then the vegetables, they digest slower, so they're doing the slower, you know, kind of backup of what the fruits you know, left behind or didn't get. And they're kind of just going through specific types, you know, of your body, and you know, getting more of this toxins left over, especially when you get down to the end of your GI tract, your small intestine, with these sponges, the microvilli, and they're getting those clear, because you don't want to have these plaques on your, you know, these plaques that look like a fist, like I was saying in another video, of just sitting in your colon and sitting in your small intestine, because that's where you have, you know, the meat and dairy digest so long, because they're so high in fat and so high in chemicals. Your body has to work so much and using so much energy to break it down that it takes, you know, days or whatever it takes to digest it, and for you to maybe even have a bowel movement. But bowel movements that you might have every day, it might be from food from a week ago. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know that, you know, but you'll have a pretty steady 1 to 2 bowel movements a day on a plant-based diet. That's going to be, you know, another guy was asking me, you know, he asked me, he said, you know, I'm changing my diet to 60 to 80% fruits, you know, veggies. Did I notice a difference when going to the bathroom? You definitely notice a difference when going to the bathroom, as far as just the amount of times you go. Now, the way the color of your feces look, you know, I'm not going to go in detail with that. That's, you know, nobody might not really want to hear about that. But that's not really going to be that shouldn't really be a concern too much when it comes to, as long as you're flushing the toxins out of your body. I mean, when you're not going to the bathroom, that's when you should be concerned. You know, but yeah, the fiber in the fruits and vegetables diet, that's going to get you flowing even better. That's going to get you going to the bathroom more, like you're supposed to be. You want to get the food out of your body. So I'm like, people's like, yeah, I don't want to. I get too much gas. Or, you know, I was like, eat your food properly. Chew the food to a mush, like a baby. Like a baby has his food going to his body. You know, the same way you should be eating your food. Take your time. Be on a rush. That's you know, that's understandable. But you know, don't consume too much food at one time when you're rushing. You know, maybe just do a little bit. You know, because you don't want to have the gaseous effect that any kind of food consuming goes anyway. Just take your time eating your foods, and it'll digest properly like it is through your GI tract. But if you're eating fresh fruits and vegetables, they digest so smooth anyway, you don't have to worry about that too much. If you're consuming them properly, if you're doing the right food combinations and things I had on another video, and taking your time and eating the fruits first and the vegetables second. Okay, this video is about 33 minutes. This turned 34. I'm about to end it. I hope you like, share, and subscribe to this video. We're just talking about in a little bit of detail the many benefits of fruits and vegetables, and you know, the other types of sources that you want to have as far as your cooked foods. You know, with the beans and you know, lentils and and potatoes, and things like that if you want to consume those as well. Just all the benefits of these plant-based foods. So hope you like, share, subscribe to this video, and bye to the next one.